That got real deep. Stoked. Stoked, man. Hello guys, I'm starting a brand new series on my channel today. I am stoked. To create this book by Mariah Elizabeth, it's kind of like a series that I've been doing for the past year and a half, Wreck This Journal. But as many of you guys know, there are a lot of episodes of this and it's going to be coming to an end quite soon. I mean in the next few months if I get my stuff together. So for those of you who really enjoy this series, I wanted to have something else for you that you might enjoy as well. This is a lot like Wreck This Journal in the sense that there is a prompt on every single page that you are meant to create artwork for. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing 3 pages in this book. If you want to see another Wreck This Journal episode soon, go on over to the most recent episode that I posted and comment on that video that you want to see more, that you don't want me to stop. If you don't want me to stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't know where that came from. Also, before I get into this, I want to let you guys know that I am kind of daily vlogging. I'm doing multiple vlogs a week for Vlogmas. I'm not posting every single day, but go on over to my vlog channel and subscribe to that if you happen to be interested in seeing more of my behind the scenes life, because I have been really excited to talk to you guys lately. Can you tell? I'm just really happy. That and last week I didn't draw at all. This week I'm on drawing highs, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Let's get into it. Okay, we're in. So this page here is going to give you a rundown of how the book works. If you want to read this, just go ahead and pause the video. But let's get into the first page that I'm decorating. I am going to skip over this one that says different ways or different pages to create, I guess. And I'm just going to move on to the create a fancy name. Ooh, Sarah Lynn is my name. So I'm going to put that on this page. Ooh, surprise. So for this, I decided to go right in with these Recollections brush markers, and I really love these. I always recommend them in my bullet journal videos when I used to do those. Sorry, I don't do those anymore. I don't think I officially announced that I was quitting. I feel so sad saying that because so many of you love those, but bullet journaling just wasn't working out for me. So anyway, I always would recommend these in those videos and any other Wreck This Journal or art video I did. I just really like these. The color palette is really pretty and I like them just about as much as I like Tombow markers. I probably didn't need the outlines, but it did make it a little bit easier just so I know exactly where the letters are going to go, and so I didn't run out of space, which I almost did with that little H curve at the end, the curly Q, but no, we made it. We made it fit. I am Sarah with an H. So I did point out that this paper is pretty thin in this book. It's a little bit thinner than the Wreck This Journal paper, so it does bleed through to the back of the page when you use markers quite easily. No big deal though, I just continued on with my marker doodles and I'll find a way to fix that later. I'll probably glue some paper to the other page on the back. Here I am outlining the marker letters, and I'm using a really dark gray Prismacolor colored pencil for this part. This way the turquoise really stands out, because if I were to use a black marker, the black would be just as bold as the blue. Colored pencils have more of a lighter feathery appearance if you don't press extremely hard like I'm doing here. So I outlined everything and I did go over and make those lines a little bit wider and a little bit darker, but still the blue definitely has its time to shine. The turquoise, my favorite color by the way. And then I decided to go in with a really light gray, and I am outlining the black and kind of feathering that out so it blends to the background a little bit more. I did go over the entire background with this, and then I pressed a little bit harder to create polka dots, as you can see here. I also included a little doodle with this black fine liner, and you can see that I did a cloudy box type thing. Not a cloudy box, wow, I meant bubble around the directions. So there you have it. my name, and this is probably going to be one of the most boring pages in the book, but good thing we got it over with, huh? Next, I think this page is really fun, especially compared to the first page. Ooh, okay, I'll stop roasting you, first page. Sorry. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you may be familiar with my alien sketch from my haunted spooky sketchbook video. If not, it's okay, but I did draw inspiration from my own drawing for a new drawing. See? here's that alien guy. He's just kind of blobby, slimy, sluggy, and he has those bobbly antenna eyes that stick out the top of his head. I did draw this guy on a piece of printer paper to avoid the marker bleeding through the actual pages of the book, so this is going to prevent that. I did outline all the pencil lines with a black fine liner. This is a Micron pen. I really like the Micron, but I was using Faber-Castell for the other image. After all the outline was complete, then I went in with the various markers. I'm actually using a Copic marker here, which, you know, is not the greatest thing to use on thin paper. You should have like blending board or marker paper for this because it does bleed, but I was able to make it work okay. And I do really just like this shade of tannish brown. None of my other markers really had this shade aside from Crayola, and that one gets a little bit more blotchy, so I thought this would be, you know, a good choice. If you couldn't tell already, I am creating a desert space scene. So the alien is standing on a cookie moon or planet with a frosting drizzle. So I did color in all of the chocolate chips with a dark brown, and I'm using a Tombow brush pen for the pink frosting. I'm going to keep this guy true to who he was in the sketchbook and just do the lime green color, like a darker lime outline with a lighter lime inline, I was about to say inline skating, a lighter green fill. And then I did want to make a background. Ideally, I think watercolor would look the nicest because that's the easiest way to get non-splotchy solid color, but I decided to do this textured fill-in technique with a Crayola Super Tips marker, and basically it's just creating lines that follow the outline of the previous line every single time and just go with the flow basically. And you know, it doesn't turn out perfect, but I do really like this color, and just to make the alien and the planet moon stand out a little bit more, I decided to go in with a white gel pen. And actually this one is running out of ink. It's not really flowing very nicely. I did switch over to a different white gel pen later, but I didn't show that. Finally, I'm taking a yellow Posca paint pen, and I do have a review video on these if you're interested. I really like them, but I only have one set currently, but I put some yellow dots in the sky for stars. Now on another sheet of paper, I drew this alien, a little girlfriend. She's coming to visit from another part of space. I don't know, maybe she came from Earth, but she is in her donut spaceship. She's waving to him. Look at that little arm. And the reason that there are cookie stars and a donut spacecraft, well, there really isn't one except for the fact that the directions said, think outside the box. So I'm thinking, you know, what aren't stars made of? Cookies. And they should be though. This kind of reminds me of the Mario Odyssey level where it's the lava. I forget what it's called, but the lava is like a purpley pinkish color and there's a bunch of food everywhere. I was playing that game last year and I really loved it. And also this does have kind of Mariah vibes because she does a lot of donut and desserty type images in her Create This Book. I almost said Wreck This Journal, that's why it sounded like her. Now here is where things really went wrong, and I was able to fix it, don't worry. But why am I using Mod Podge to attach these papers? I will never know. The world will never know why I had such a massive brain fart at this point in my life. Oh my gosh. I should have used a glue stick. Absolutely should have. But I'm like, oh, Mod Podge, it's gonna like seal everything in and oh no. It made for a huge mess. I almost ripped the page because I had to take it back off and reposition it because it wasn't lined up correctly, and then it got all bubbly and wrinkly. Enough complaining though, that's my own fault, and I really just don't know what I was thinking. I was getting tired. I was doing this part at like 10 or 11 p.m. and you would think that that sounds kind of early and grandma time to go to sleep, but But no, I was really tired. I go to bed early, I get up early. Anyway, I was able to make it look okay. I trimmed the excess part of the paper off to make it fit the page, and then I let everything dry while trying to smooth out all the wrinkles and bubbles. I didn't do the greatest job. There was a little bit of marker that did kind of, what am I trying to say? It kind of bled and spread because of the moisture from the Mod Podge. Just putting it underneath would have been fine, but then I tried to brush it on top of the green guy's page. Oh no. I think it turned out really cute. I just wish I wouldn't have made that weird adhesive mistake. So learn from me, use a glue stick, pretty please. Quick interruption before the last page. If you are enjoying this series so far, please give this video a thumbs up, show it some love, leave a comment below, share it with your friends so it gets recommended to YouTube a little bit more, please. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. On to the third and final page. Create doodles. Fill this entire page with mindless doodling and try not to plan out what you draw. I decided to use Sharpies for this. I mean, that was planned, so I don't know. I guess I'm already failing at this page. It's kind of hard to do things without thinking. So you guys have really been liking my Sharpie videos lately. I've done a couple Sharpie challenges where I just draw with Sharpies. And when I do this out of love for you all because Sharpies do not smell good in my opinion. They kind of give me a headache and I sometimes suffer through these. I was feeling okay for this. But the doodles did take me a couple hours to do and you know, it was just a long time to inhale this nonsense. Before I leave you to a little bit of relaxing music, I just want to let you know that Sharpie does bleed through the page majorly, so be sure to have some paper on the back, like in between the pages. So just have some extra paper. Cardstock works especially great because it's a little bit thicker, but yeah, you definitely don't want to create a crazy mess. I will have to obviously glue paper to the back side if I want to use those pages. I was going for kind of a pop arty style mixed with Zentangle and mandala. You'll see what I mean. Cue music. Now the second page is almost complete, but I wanted to interject to let you know that see these purple lines that are just going out to the edge of the page? Well, you can tell that they're not perfect, right? They're not straight. I didn't use a ruler, but I wasn't happy with all of them. So in order to fix the really major mistakes, I decided to make some of the lines thicker and then also put dots on some of them. So it turned out looking like this, and I'm a lot happier with this than how it was. Just wanted to let you all know that if things aren't turning out your way when you're doodling, you can always find a way to change it a little bit and improvise what you had originally planned. There's really no rules to doodling. And ta-da! Here's what it turned out like. In the next Create This Book video, I am going to reveal what rule I chose. I already chose a rule, but I didn't do the page yet. Here's what I'm talking about. I already did it, so if you guys know what the rule is, then comment it down below, and if you get it right, I will feature some of you in the next video. If you don't get it right, I actually might not even tell you. The mystery of the pages. And as always, when I do multiple things in a video, let me know in the comment section below as well which page was your favorite. Please let me know in the comment section below if I should continue with this series and if I should continue with Wreck This Journal. I'm going to post a couple videos over here and in the iCard as well as the description box below, so click wherever you want to watch more videos on my channel. I put up a new video every single Friday, so turn on bell notifications so you never miss out. I hope to see you back here next week. Bye!